always go to the gym. I didn't exercise today. I do like movement every day, like Tai Chi type stuff, but I don't exercise every day. Almost like every other day at least. But I move my body every day. But I like going to the gym because they have red light therapy and they have tanning beds and they have the hydro massage. Planet Fitness is an excellent investment, in my humble opinion, um, because I am an excellent investment. And I don't need to be humble about that. I know I'm a good investment. And like this car that I'm driving right now, this Subaru Outback that I'm driving, it was given to us by Subaru. There. I saved a man's life on the 154 highway in Santa Barbara County. And so we were given this car, and it wasn't new. It was in 2012 when it was given to me, but still, I took this car and traveled all across the country. Last winter, we were in Pensacola, North Carolina, doing Hurricane Helene relief, helping people. Everybody told me I was crazy because, you're homeless, you can't help anybody. I'm like, bullshit. I'm just the man for the job. I'm not a man, I'm a woman, but you know what I mean. And I've got big brass balls. They're just not actual balls, but figuratively, I've got huge balls. And then the whole time driving our Subaru, and then we were in Mexico, and I mean, I'm a great investment. I don't screw around. I do what I say I'm gonna do. I need to find that. Speaking of, I need to find that account that I was talking to, Slap Rocket, and subscribe. And I'm a great help. People thought, I literally had people telling me I was nuts for going to help other people when I'm living in a car. That's just the thing. I'm just the person for the job. I'm just the person for the job because I've lost everything multiple times. I know how it feels. I've lost everybody in my family. I know how that feels too. I know how to recover from complex PTSD as well as hardcore PTSD, both. And I know how to reach people who are in shock. So, but I basically traveled all the way across the country to do that. And we were there for 6 weeks. I was running the kitchen there, cooking for everybody by myself, doing all the cooking for about 200 people in the beginning, and then it petered off to probably 20 to 25 people, give or take. There's times that were more like 40. It just depended on how many volunteers were in the camp at any given time. But excuse me, confirmation. And so but it was actually a lot of fun, and I really liked it because I love to cook. I'm really good at it. I'm good at planning meals and how much to make. Volume is what I'm talking about. Also, I know what people like. I have a good intuition for what people will like, and stuff like that. So, and also I know what's nutritious and healthy to feed people. What's going to keep them going. What's better to feed people in the morning, for breakfast, and what's better to feed them in the evening. We're on our way to our sleeping spot right now. I think people, it might be weird for people to know that I'm a single woman living in my car and broadcasting where I'm going and where I am. And I'm not, if you knew what I had been through in my life, you'd know how unbelievably unafraid I am of anything. What, stalkers, you name it, I've been through it all. And really hardcore, really bad. Not just one stalker, but a whole group of people. I really cannot. Anyway, the things people do for money. I was caretaking a house in Napomo, California for an elderly gentleman who had hired me, and he went to the hospital. It was long-term care, extended care. It wasn't hospice because nobody, he was, for all intents and purposes, still very healthy. But living there, hey, I don't know who's in the room, how's it going? But living there, his family decided that they wanted to come after me because I was the only thing standing in the way of them stealing his property in his house that had been left to him by his mother. And so, they figured that I would be easy pickings. I don't know what they thought. I was stupid or, weak or whatever. I'm sure they thought all of the above. I'm sure they hoped that I was all of the above. I'm none of that. And that's what was trying to take me down. I mean, harassment and all kinds of stuff. Illegal investigations, like private investigations that were completely illegal. They even paid one of my ex-boyfriends to get my information. I mean, he completely sold me out. I didn't really know that was going on at the time, but lesson learned. And family members that were alive at the time, they're not anymore. That's the thing about treating me badly. It never works out very well. And I never do anything to go after the people that came after me. And not just in that case, but in any case, like people that treated me badly or people that lied to me or lied about me or anything. I never go after any of them. But like, the universe is based on some very basic laws, like the law of return or the law of correspondence. And when you violate those laws, like, it comes back to you. And all I do is stay in alignment with, stay in alignment with those laws. And I don't ever pay the consequences. But the people who treat me badly, it never works out well for them. Never has. I did warn those people. I didn't try to. But those people that came after me, finally I left the property. But during those 5 years, nobody believed me that all this stalking was going on, that my ex-boyfriend had sold my information to this group of people. Nobody believed me. Everybody thought I was crazy or on drugs or both or whatever that it is they thought. I don't know. But I was telling the truth the entire time, and hired 2 different attorneys who were also paid off. And then they wouldn't keep my case. It was crazy. Like, the shit these people did. It was wild. And then it wasn't about me personally. They weren't coming after me. They were just coming after me because I was in their way. They would have done it to anyone, is the thing. It wasn't really about me personally. But it was an extraordinary experience. Something I'll never forget. But it's made me an expert in, like, dismantling the plans of the enemy. That's for sure. My enemies and adversaries. And really all I have to do is just remain in alignment. They'll stop, B. Seriously. All I really have to do is remain in alignment with, a high vibration, like a high energy state. And it all works out. I don't have to do anything. Thank you for the like. I appreciate that. Hey, how's it going? Is that's Slap Rocket? Hey, what's up? I want to know if you... Yeah. I was just talking about you, like, probably 2 minutes ago, saying I told you I would subscribe to your channel, and I'm a person of my word, so I needed to find your account and subscribe, because I'm one of those rare people that actually does what they say they're gonna do. I know it's crazy, but I do. So we're on our way to our sleeping spot right now. I was just explaining something that happened. I mean, some people think I'm kind of wild because I live in my car and I'm single and, I got a dog and everything. And like, I tell people where I am, and I'm just not afraid. I'm just not. If people knew what I had been through, they knew the things that I've overcome, I'm just not afraid. There's nothing I'm afraid of. Nothing. So, but I know a lot of people try to, like, hide their location and stuff like that. I mean, it would be easy for anyone who really wanted to find out where I was. I don't really care. Like, I just don't. Anyway, we're on our way to our sleeping spot right now. I have this particular place that I camp out on this road. I'm driving. Sorry, I can't really read the comments. Just give me 2 minutes. I'm pulling up right now, and I'm going to park, and then I can read the comments. I'm doing well. I think I saw how are you. I'm doing very well. Blessed. Always blessed. Every day. All the time blessed. But I love it out here because it's so beautiful. I usually spend most of my time in the mountains. Just because I love to be in nature. And, but this is like our spot. We come to the spot because it's quiet. And, not many people come up here. Well, they do, but like, nobody parks on this part of the road, so I had a really weird example or experience with a. Are you miss me every day? Huh? How are you miss? I don't know what you mean. Are you miss me every day? What? Yeah, I don't understand what we're talking about here. You lost me. What? What are we talking about? Do I miss you every day? No. I would say no. I'm just going to be honest. No. No, I'm deeply in love with my dog and God. I don't miss anyone every day. Not even my dead family members. Yeah, that's a no. I mean, I'm just going to be honest. No, I don't. I don't even know who you are. I don't even know you. So, no. I'm glad that you're here, but no, I don't miss you every day. No. That's silly. Yeah, I was wondering. Thanks, Slap Rocket. You gotta love other small content creators because they understand like what we're going through. What time is it? What time is it? It's 16:30 hours right now for me. That's 4:30. You're like, you know, if you're looking at a 12-hour clock. I don't do 12-hour clocks. I do military time. It's easier. Makes more sense too. Thank you, Slap Rocket. You're like saving me over here. Sounds cool though, living in your heart and the outdoors. Pretty much. Pretty much. It's like a permanent camp. Well, I wouldn't say permanent, but it's been like a long-term camping trip. I think like over 3 years now. When Subaru gave me this car, the article for that too, because my hometown did a whole article on me. And they did like a news piece and everything. They put it in Belle, stop, B. They put it in a publication called The Independent. It's in the description of my channel. Oh, you're so noodly. She needs snuggling, I can tell. Well, hold on, B. Okay, come here. Bring those out of booty buns. Oh. This is the love of my life right here. I love her so much. She's the best. I love cats. I grew up with cats. So I love cats. I love kitties. I love cats. Growing up, my mom... Stop, Boo, that hurts. We never had any less than 6 cats in the house we were growing up with. And growing up in... My mom was like the cat lady in her early 30s. She was not happy about it. But, you know... They just found us. It was weird. Oh, yeah. Like orange cats are particularly crazy. I don't know why, but they are. We had a Siamese cat that lived for 22 years. He was the coolest cat. I swear I hear bees. Bees have started hanging out around me in the last couple years. I'm not exactly certain why. I don't know. There used to be hives. There's a farm across the road from me right now. But they just took all the bees out. I know, because I saw them take all the hives out on trucks. And then the bees didn't really hang out on my car so much because I used to wake up in the morning and there would be bees all over my car. And then at night too. They have avocado trees. Don't worry. No worry. I am fluent in typo. Don't worry about it. I know exactly what you meant. They have avocado trees and I don't know what else they have, but they have avocado trees. Yeah, I don't know. I've never been on that farm. I can see the farm. Like I can see all the avocado trees. Avocados are pretty popular in California. Yeah. But yeah, when I was on the app before, when I used to live broadcast, you know, you're typing quickly and you just like, you know, miss a letter. And I mean, if I don't know what you're saying, I'll ask. But you know what I mean? Like I'm pretty fluent in typo, so don't worry about it. No big deal. Don't sweat the small stuff, man. I gotta take my makeup off. I'm not used to having makeup on my face. Hold on. Stop, boo. Go on. I have some vitamin E oil in here. I gotta get it off my face. I don't like it. Belle, back up, please, sweetie. Yeah, no big deal. Belle, this is not for you, sweetie. I gotta get this off. Belle, stop. She has to sniff everything. I never thought I would be a dog person until I got her, and then I'm like so in love with her. She's the best. I love her so much. She's a goofball. I love her. I love all her goofiness. Ugh, I don't usually put makeup on, so it's like I can't put much face makeup on because I feel like I have a mask on all day. It's awful. Make sure I'm getting this off my eye, but like mascara's all right. I rarely get mad about anything, and if I do get mad, it's like not ever at people. I usually just get mad at myself. No, I would never yell at you. That's ridiculous. I mean, if I'm cheering you on, slap rocket, you know, but I would never yell at you. I don't know why I would. Like, I genuinely have no idea why I would yell at you. I tend not to get upset. I've had so many horrible things happen in my life. I just know better. I know what's worth getting upset over and what is not. And it's always wisdom to be kind to people, even when they piss you off. Because, you know, you never know. Sometimes they're just making a mistake. You know, sometimes they don't mean to. So, no, I'm sorry that you get yelled at a lot. My mom was a yeller too. My mom yelled at me a lot when I was growing up, and it was really hard. It rattled my nervous system. It made me like, you know, and then every time I would hear her, of course, I've healed from that now. And if you want to heal from it too, Slap Rocket, just ask me. I can help you with that. But for years, I always thought that I was doing something wrong. Like, you just apologized to me. I know you can't tell, but I'm smiling. I hope I made your day as much as you made mine. You know what? I'm glad that you're here. Honestly, I always have good days. I know that probably sounds like I'm lying or something, but you have to understand, like, I have had a really messed up life, like, for most of my life. And I'm 46 now, and I've just learned it's not worth it. It's not worth it. Getting upset or being cruel to people or, you know, having not good days. It's just not worth it. It's always worth it to look at your life like you're blessed and to always believe that everything works out for your good. And, I mean, it's just worth it. It just is, you know. Not a lot of people will teach you that, but, I am more than happy to teach anybody who's willing to listen, willing to learn about that, because nobody ever taught me those things. My mom always taught me to look at my blessings, you know, count my blessings kind of thing, but she never really, I don't think she really knew why it was so important. So, you know, she didn't teach me. And I think if more people were taught that in this life, we would have a much better world, you know? Because when people love themselves, and I don't mean in some toxic way, I mean like in a healthy, you know, useful way. I was taught toxic self-love, selfishness and things like that. And selfishness doesn't help the world. I don't, you know, have you looked at the world lately? Gross. But most people are miserable, and, you know, miserable people can't make other people happy. And nor can they make themselves happy. So it's worth it. You know, the best gift you can give to this world is a healed self. Heal yourself, and you'll actually be like a gift to the world. So, but I'm glad that your day is made by me. That's amazing. I'm very glad to hear that. I hope that you always have good days. Yeah. And I'm sorry that your parents yell at you. Like I said, my mom yelled at me a lot. But you know what? I realized when I got a little bit older, I realized that my mom was a very damaged person and that I really couldn't depend on her to teach me how to be happy. And so when I looked at it that way and I started not taking it personally, that she didn't treat me very well, I started realizing, you know, the reason she treated me badly was really because she was a damaged person and she didn't know how to deal with herself. Then I stopped like hating herself and therefore hating myself, you know, because of it. So I know, but I'm not saying that it's my fault, and you shouldn't ever be numb. That's not good. Being numb is not a good thing. Being numb is actually like a really not good thing. I know I lived most of my life numb too. I know. Belle, back off, baby. She gets really jealous when I have... Belle, I'm trying to wash my face, sweetheart, when I have the video camera on, so she's just used to having all my attention. Yeah, it's not good to be... It's not good to be numb, sweetheart. It's just not. I know I spent, like I said, I spent most of my life numb too. I didn't know that there was even anything wrong with that. I thought that that was normal. I thought that being numb was being tough, you know? Like, nobody ever told me any differently. So I grew up that way and I lived most of my adult life that way. And I didn't know anything about narcissism. I didn't know anything about... I'm not saying your parents are narcissists, but my mom had narcissistic tendencies. My mom wasn't a narcissist either, but she had narcissistic tendencies, and I suffered for it most of my life. So, of course she does. Super noodly. Oh, you're so pretty. Oh, I love you so much. I think it's just, you know, when we don't tell each other the truth about things, it doesn't do any good, you know. I'm not speaking badly of your parents or anything like that. I just know that, you know, they 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 probably would do better if they knew better. I'm sure they know that it's not good to yell at you, but sometimes they're just, you know, so overwhelmed that they can't do better. Sometimes we become so overwhelmed we don't want to try anymore, you know. I know I grew up in a single parent house. I'm kind of using you guys as a mirror right now. I grew up in a single parent family with just me and my mom and my brother and sister, and I'm the oldest, or I was the eldest. I mean, I still am, but I only have one half sister who's still alive, and she and I don't talk. She probably wouldn't piss on me if I was on fire. But I mean, you're not only supposed to be strict with your kids, you know. There's a concept in the Jewish religion that talks about Vura and Hesed. Hesed is mercy, and Vura is severity, like you said, strictness. It's not good to be on either side all the time. You have to walk the middle path. So, unfortunately, kid, I'm sorry to tell you that you got to figure it out yourself. But that's not your fault, and actually it's to your advantage to do it. But it's, you know, like my mom was hard on me too, but instead of like taking it in a good way, I would be hard on myself, like overly critical and stuff like that. No, I'm not Jewish. No, I'm not. I would be overly critical of myself, and I thought that that was a good thing. Again, I thought that was toughness to be hard on myself, but it wasn't. It wasn't good for me. I was overly critical, and it gave me a lack of self-worth rather than strength, you know? My strength came in accepting myself and loving myself for who I am. I don't mean that I didn't improve myself and that I didn't, you know, like use self-discipline, because self-discipline is good. But I stopped criticizing myself, you know? Being overly critical of oneself is never a good thing. But you know what? The good news is that you can do it, and you're going to be just fine. If I could give a message to my younger self, I would say, hang in there, kid. You're going to be just fine. No, I'm not Hebrew, no. Nor am I Jewish, neither one. I just know a lot about Hashem. I know a lot about God. I spend all my time with him. He's my best friend and my constant companion. So I know a lot about I mean, Christianity, I know a lot about. Hinduism, I know a lot about. Buddhism, I know a lot about. Mysticism, I know a lot about. I mean, you name it. Hermeticism, I know a lot about Kabbalah. I just know a lot about God, period. So, that's better. No more makeup. Blech. I mean, makeup's great and all, but I don't like to keep it on. Yeah, no worries. Don't worry about it. I grew up Christian. I grew up in a Christian household. But being Christian didn't teach me about God. It taught me about religion, but it didn't teach me about God. I thought I knew who God was, and I never did. I thought I did, but I didn't. Nobody really talks about that. I mean, I wouldn't say nobody, but a lot of people don't talk about that God is not in religion. Religion just teaches you about religion. It doesn't teach you about God. Here, let me show you the view out here. Let me show you the noodle. Oh. See, that's the thing about her. She's kind of shy. She doesn't really want the spotlight. But she's so pretty. But she's so pretty. Ha! This is my noodle. Isn't she? Ha! Manolo. I love my dog. Hold on, Bee. I'll throw you over the fence. I don't actually throw her over the fence, but there's a fence here, and so I let her go run over here in this field because cars pass over here, and I don't want her to get hit. I know. She doesn't like the camera. She doesn't. So that's the ocean over there. You can see it right there. These mountains, I've spent a lot of time in these mountains. Of course, this is my hometown. But isn't it beautiful? It's so quiet at night. You can hear the crickets. Yeah, she doesn't like the video camera. But yeah, I don't throw her over the fence, but I help her over the fence so she can run around. There was another field over here, but they let it like get really overgrown. So, oh yeah, it is. Oop, almost dropped you. Sorry. But it's really beautiful here. I really like it. It's really peaceful. Hiya! Oh, sorry. I caught that one mid-flight. Sorry. The phone almost hit my dog in the head. Almost. Okay, I don't want it to fall again. I don't have anywhere else to set it though right now, so I'm gonna do my best. How about that? We'll do our best. I don't know if that's gonna work either. Anyway, doing our best. Okay. No. Hold on. Okay, here, put your feet down. Hold on. Put your foot right there. Okay, go. Can you do it? That's my girl. You're so brave. She's such a good dog. I love her. Yeah, I used to have like a holder for the phone, but I have done live broadcasts for so long. I just haven't. I mean, I've been doing them lately, but when I used to do live broadcasting, I used to have something to hold the phone. But that was years ago. So, but I gotta get us ready for sleeping in the car. I usually have a cooler, and then I kind of have a bag of miscellaneous stuff in the car. I don't have a lot of stuff in my car though because it gets in the way, and I like to have space in the car. Let me just set you down here for a second while I put this over here. It's nice to have ice in the car. I mean, well, like cool drinks and ice water and stuff like that. So, oh. Belle, stay over there, honey. She's got the zoomies. All she wants to do is zoom, 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 zoom. I'm a total dork when it comes to my dog. I love my dog so much. Well, you always kind of... it's like, it's my creatine, my binoculars, um, I have apple cider vinegar, coconut oil. For food, I have a little box of brown sugar for my coffee. It's random stuff, but I need it all. So it's not junk, it's just stuff that I need for cooking but hey, Boo, you're not supposed to be on this side of the fence. Come here. She does this. Belle, you know better, boo-boo. You know better, honey. Come here. Hey, you're not supposed to be on the side of the fence. There's cars and bicycles and other people with dogs. Let me hook you up, baby. I want you to be safe. Hold on. I have found the coolest stuff. I go to food banks here in town. Belle, stop pulling, please. And I find really cool clothes. And there's some certain like charity organizations that, they give food and stuff like that. And I find the cutest clothes. Like, I dress actually really nicely, for someone who lives in their car. I don't ever really think of myself as homeless, honestly. It just doesn't occur to me. I don't ever feel like I don't have a home because I take my home with me wherever I go. And I don't mean just my car. I mean, like, my heart. My heart goes with me everywhere I go. Plus, I have my dog with me everywhere I go. So, and to me, she's home, really. Home is where the dog is. So I'm kind of bent over. I'm like, oh, let me go get this. Sweetie, you're just like underfoot right now. If you were a hobbit, I would call you underfoot. Okay. And I have where's your jar of... I saved some food for her that I made today. Is it in the back here? Oh yeah, okay, I see it. But, oh, good Lord have mercy. So are you a practicing Jew or is your mom Jewish? How old is she? I think she's 4.5 now. Yeah, she's 4.5. This is my Bible. I know a lot about God and his word. It's good stuff, God's word. Let me put you down here so I can do this and put the screens on the windows and everything. Your mom's Jewish, yeah. That's how it runs. Like, it runs through the mother, so it's maternal. If your dad was Jewish, it wouldn't make you Jewish. In other words, your mom has to be Jewish. Or your grandma. Your grandmother could also be Jewish, and well, that doesn't really make sense. That would make your mom Jewish. But you know what I mean. It comes down through the woman's side or the female side of the family. I have these screens for all the windows, so I can leave the windows open and not get bugs in the car. As much as I love being outdoors, I'm really not a fan of flies. I don't mind other stuff. Spiders and snakes and lizards and stuff. I don't really mind them, but... Oh yeah, I went to Rosh Hashanah for the first time recently. I had never been before, but the father told me to go. And he told me to wear... I have like these scarves. These really beautiful scarves. And he told me to wear one. Apparently it's tefillin. Like the prayer. I don't know, it's like a, what is it? It's like a holy prayer. It's like clothing that you wear. I don't honestly know what tefillin is. Like I said, I'm not Jewish. So I don't know. But he told me to wear it. God told me to wear it. So I did. And then when I showed up, doesn't it get cold though at night or hot in the summer? Yeah, it gets hot in the summer, yeah. And it does get cold at night, but it's actually easier to stay warm in the winter than it is to stay cool in the summer. So. Yeah, it's easier to stay warm in the winter than cool in the summer. In the summer, it's once you get hot, it's just pretty much over. You're hot. Plus, I have to run the car with the AC on to get it to cool down, you know. And it's just easier to stay warm in the winter. Honestly, like, plus I like snuggling up with my dog in the winter and staying warm. So I don't know. I kind of prefer the winter time. Although I'm not a fan of the rain. Rain is not fun in the car because having a dog and everything, everything gets muddy. Belle, will you chillax? Chillax, Mubahay. She's being super noodly because I'm not paying all my attention to her. But, she's used to having me all to herself. But when I would get on the phone, to like conduct some business or something, she'd get like she is right now. Hold on, I can't see comments or anything. Hold on. See? Okay. Val, seriously though. Ugh. No. Come on, Missy. Hold on, let me put this screen up too. I don't think I'm gonna get the sleeping bag out tonight. It's just been so freaking warm. It's just so warm at night. It's just like uncomfortable. You're really funny, like. You know what? I know a lot of things. I know a lot of stuff, and not just useless information. Like, I actually know useful stuff that can help people. When I was in high school, my nickname was Encyclobex because I know something about just about everything. Yeah, like encyclopedia. Because my name is Rebecca, so Encyclobex. All right, let me get us ready for sleeping. I am not putting the sleeping bag out. It's just so warm. And the sleeping bag I have is like rated for below 0. It's definitely way too hot for that right now. I wish people had told me useful stuff when I was younger. I was just like trying to figure it all out on my own. And it didn't work out very well. I mean, it worked out great, but I went through a lot of things that I really didn't need to go through. Because I didn't really have any decent teachers around me. Oh, I play D&D too. I had a character named Antoria, who was like the biggest, most badass mage ever. I have a soft spot for mages, So yeah, I played D&D too. It was fun. I liked it. It was like, an escape from my world. Because like my home life when I was growing up was crap. It really wasn't very good. I think my mom did her best, but she was not okay. So, growing up with my mom was kind of like the blind leading the blind. It didn't work out very well. But, I mean, I don't blame her. I'm not, angry with her or anything. I mean, she's dead now, but I know she did the best she could. Yeah, like the berserkers. Yeah, I totally get that. I guess I would be like a berserker mage because I'm kind of reckless, only like in a focused way. Like, I don't know how to explain that. How do I explain that? Daish and get the and then get Daish. How do I explain that? My recklessness is focused, if that makes sense. But, you know, it's when your recklessness is unfocused that it really doesn't always do you much good. But when it's focused, that's when you become truly powerful and dangerous. And I don't just mean in D&D, I mean like in real life. Okay, let me get our blankets out. This whole bag is our blankets. I don't know if you can see that. No, you can't. This whole bag is our blankets, our bag of blankets. I found these bags. The Chick-fil-A company makes these. They fit all my blankets perfectly. So cool. I don't buy them. They just kind of show up in my life when I need them, these bags. What happened here? Yeah. I had to protect my brother and sister growing up. So I know what you mean. I had to have some kind of outlet. Hold on, I gotta blow this up. It's like I put it underneath because if I don't, then I can't like lay my feet out straight, you know? And I can't sleep if I don't. Hold on, I'll show you in just a second. But like I do this every night. You'll laugh. I'm like, hold on. You'll laugh. Hold on. Sounds like I'm hyperventilating, but I'm not. It actually has made my lungs stronger, believe it or not. Okay, I think we're almost there. So I have a pump for this, like that pumps it up that I don't have to blow it up. But that thing's a pain in the ass. I have to get it out, plug it into my car, like into the cigarette lighter place, you know. And then anyway, it's just a pain. It's easier to do what to blow it up myself. Is what I'm trying to say. Yes, I have a lot of information to share with all kinds of people. Because I've been through so much. I've raised kids. I mean, they weren't mine, but I raised them all the same. I've been a kid. There's a lot that I know. I'm not a know-it-all, because true wisdom is knowing that you actually don't know anything. Why is it restricting your messages? That's weird. I mean, I know you're not saying anything offensive, so I don't know what the problem is. Yeah, it says the message is redacted. Like is the thing I like to do. What do you mean? I can't see the message before that. Oh, do you keep doing the live streams even if no one watches? Yeah, sure, why not? I'm not here to perform for anyone. And besides, somebody might go back and watch them because once you do the live stream, it uploads to your channel. You know, I have had people that used to watch me on Periscope, or people, because I used to facilitate dual diagnosis support groups, all kinds of people. And you never know, you might say one thing that might save somebody's life. You might say one thing that helps somebody figure something out that they've had trouble with, in their life. So it's always worth it to, if you have kindness and you have love and you have, wisdom to share, you should always share it. I mean, there's not really any reason not to. There's far too little wisdom in this world right now. So, it's worth it to share. How old are you, by the way, Slap Rocket? Like, what What grade are you in? What, you know, are you in like junior high or high school or... I mean, I had people that I used to talk to on Periscope that told me I saved their lives. I didn't know that at the time. I was just, you know, hanging out with them or trying to be there. So 8th grade. Nice. It's a very awkward age. It was for me anyway. I went to junior high school in Charlotte, North Carolina. And coming from California, it was like moving to China, only everybody still spoke English. 3/4 of my school is black, which is fine. Like, that wasn't a problem. But, like, they didn't trust me because I was just another white kid to them. They didn't know what to make of me. They didn't know what to think about me. But I didn't know anything about racism. You know, so it was culture shock is what I'm trying to say. Charlotte, North Carolina was culture shock for me to go to school there. And 8th grade was very awkward for me because, confirmation. Oh, boo-boo. Hey, stop. Stop now. She's just saying hi. She's just saying hi. That is not how we greet people. What are you looking at me for? What? Oh, I love you so much. Stop it, noodle butt. Hold on. Do you want your dinner? Are you hungry? Is that what you're trying to tell me? McNoodle butt. Hold on, let me get your dinner. Oh. Hold on, let me check you for tiki ticks. Hold on. Hold on. All right, I don't see any on you. God, you're so cute. Urgh. You're so cute, it makes me angry. She's so cute. Oh. Sorry, she was yelling at somebody. Of course, you could hear her. Bella, take it easy now. Just because Mom is on live doesn't mean you just get to go batshit crazy. Good Lord have mercy, child. I love you so much. You're like a 3-year-old in a dog suit. Super cute. Oh, ooh, excuse me. Ooh, why do they keep holding your messages? That's weird. Yeah, I've always been like the bully that bullies the bullies. They don't like me either. They don't like me either. They never did. I got bullied, but like, I never really saw it that way. They were just jerks. They were just jerks. Yeah. Yeah, the bullies don't. I was always the bully that bullied the bullies. They didn't like me either. Nice. Well, I hope you enjoy your dinner very much. And if your parents, when your parents yell at you again, just remember, it's about them. It's not about you. Because you're awesome. All right? Remember that. Just try not to let them see you smiling. My mom never liked it when I smiled while she was yelling at me. I hope you enjoy your dinner. I hope you enjoy it very much. All right, bye for now. God bless you. But yeah, my mom yelled a lot. My mom was under a lot of stress. My mom had 3 kids and no help. My mom had no help. My stepdad was a jerk and immature. I don't know why she married him. No clue. Silly thing to do. And then she proceeded to have 2 more kids with him. Go figure. The things we do when we're unhealed, huh? But I think I'm gonna spend some time with Bella because she's acting up because she feels ignored, even though I never ignore her. You know, she's used to having all my attention. So I'm gonna have my evening smoke, and I genuinely hope this video finds you blessed. Love, blessings, and compassion to everyone. Take care of yourselves. Take care of one another. Peace be with you.